Welcome to Blue Helm Space News Brief. You can find us at bluehelmco.com. Today in 1964, the Soviet Union launched Voskhod 1, a 24-hour crewed mission that achieved several firsts for human spaceflight. This was the first time that the spacecraft carried more than one person into orbit, with 3 cosmonauts packed inside the spacecraft. Today is Monday, October 12th, Columbus/Indigenous People Day, and these are your top space news headlines. NASA is delaying the launch of the first operational SpaceX commercial crew mission to the first half of November to provide more time for the review of a problem during the recent Falcon 9 launch attempt. NASA announced October 10th the Crew 1 mission, which was scheduled to launch on a Falcon 9 in the early morning hours of October 31st, will now launch no earlier than early to mid-November. Chinese Earth observation Gaofen 13 is on its way to a geostationary orbit after a successful launch on a Long March 3B from Jicheng October 11th. The Gaofen 13, or High Resolution 13, satellite is nominally part of the civilian China High Resolution Earth Observation System. Land surveying, urban planning, road network design, agriculture, and disaster relief are noted as the major uses of Gaofen satellites, according to the Chinese media. The head of Russia's space agency said that the Lunar Gateway, or the Moon Orbiting Station, part of NASA's Artemis lunar exploration program, is to, quote, U.S.-centric, unquote, for it to participate in, even though the gateway leverages the existing International Space Station partnership. NASA has been working with each ISS partner on Memorandums of Understanding, MOU, that would extend that ISS agreement for the use on the gateway. Bridenstine said that in February, NASA asked Roscosmos for comments on how a potential MOU between the two agencies would work. Quote, we're still waiting to hear back from them, unquote, he said. SNB is brought to you by, statistically speaking, about 49% of you might wear bras. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I even know what I'm talking about when it comes to them. However, our new sponsor, Hope's Chest, does. Since 2009, they've specialized in helping breast cancer survivors and those who've had reconstructive surgery, breast augmentation, and reductions. They also help those that are well endowed, itty-bitty, athletes, moms-to-be, and those who have suffered from fibromyalgia. So if you have a problem trying to find the right fitting bra, head over to hopeschest.com for a unique bra fitting experience. They're going to help you find the perfect fitting bra for you. Once again, head over to hopeschest.com or give them a call at 714-797-9996. Law, policy, and events in space. There is a webinar tomorrow titled Building the Space Economy for Commerce and Security. The link for that will be under Law and Policy in our show notes under What's Happening in Space Policy for this week. Blue Origin will launch its new Shepard suborbital vehicle on an uncrewed test flight tomorrow morning. The liftoff will be posted live on Blue Origin's website, and I linked to it in the show notes. Alright, y'all, so happy Columbus/Indigenous People Day. I hope those of you who had today off had a wonderful day. I'm trying to get this out a little earlier today so that you can enjoy it while you're at home or running errands. If you noticed, I've gotten some feedback on slowing the stories down just a tiny bit. I want to be transparent with you. We're growing with every day that we're doing this, so I'm trying to put a little pause in after each story so that they don't just completely sound run on. I've gotten some feedback where it just sounds like they're all kind of just mushed together. So I'm trying to slow it down just a tad. I do want to keep it under 10 minutes, which we mostly do, right? Today's going to be like 5 minutes or something. But anyway, that's why there's a little pause nowadays. All right? So come back tomorrow. I am Chad Scarborough. Drink your water. I'll talk to you tomorrow. SNB is a space news aggregate that takes all the top space news headlines on the internet and presents them in a less than 10-minute podcast. In order to have complete transparency, every story talked about on this podcast is listed in the show notes. We do not take credit for writing any of these stories.